Guys and gals out there in sporting land, this is JPC Sports, the show for the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than those media talking heads. And today we got a special episode, a special little treat for everybody. JPC has had many requests from the college football nation out there to perform some of his magical spells with his JPC Magic Merlin hat that I used to use for Facebook Live. So, being the sport that I am, I guess I'll do it, okay? But before we go on and we do all these magic tricks for all these teams out there that want magic tricks, casting spells and whatnot on their nemesis, let me ask you guys and gals out there to please subscribe to this channel. Like and share, and please leave comments. Because like I said, periodically, I'll be giving away Amazon gift cards. And we're going to perform some... Oh, snap. You hear that? That's that pixie dust. We don't want to use it all up. Not in one spot anyway, because I got to perform some magic tricks today. Now, the first magic trick that was requested from me is from the Oklahoma Sooner Mutts out there. My compadres out there in Soonerland have asked that we perform a magic spell for them. Their magic spell will be that Lincoln Riley, with the hiring of Alex Grinch in his second full season, I think it's his second or third full season as defensive coordinator, Finally, Oklahoma gets a modicum of a defense, at least an average defense, that can hold teams to 24 points a game. And Oklahoma finally gets their first national championship this century. And also Lincoln Riley's first national championship. Which begs to differ for a question later on, maybe in the next podcast, if Lincoln Riley gets his first national championship in college football with Spencer Rattler, will he finally go to the NFL? But let's go ahead and try to cast a spell for Oklahoma to get their first national championship this century. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Gave y'all some pixie dust, boy. Gave y'all some pixie dust. Maybe it'll come true. Now, the next spell we're going to perform will be for those Georgia mutt ball lickers over between the hedges in those bushes. Those old hedge pissers from Athens, Georgia. Kirby Smart and Scott Cochran with his new sidekick, old Scotty Too Hottie. Old Scotty's taking his crazy lost noodle act to Athens. This time as an on-the-field coach. Now, Georgia, their fans have wanted me to cast a spell in my Magic Merlin hat and my pixie dust. They want a spell to finally overcome that Alabama mountain. That's right. Finally, they want to be the ones that pin Nick Saban with his first loss to one of his pupils. A lot of people think it'll be Kirby Smart that does it. Will it be? Will Georgia finally win a national championship outside of the Vince Dooley and Herschel Walker era? Well, that's the magic spell they want. Let's cast it for them. Man, that's going to take a lot of pixie dust. Oh, dang. All right. And maybe that will come true for all those hedge pitchers out there in Athens, Georgia. Now, the next spell we're going to cast is going to be for the Michigan Wolverines. And I bet y'all can guess. Just like Georgia, they have a nemesis that they want to overcome. They can't even think about national championships because of this. So, Michigan and Jim Harbaugh want to finally overcome those dastardly Buckeyes of Ohio State. They thought finally Urban Meyer has departed. Maybe now we'll finally get a victory over Ryan Day. But what can I say? It wasn't meant to be because Ryan Day said it wasn't their day. So, Jim Harbaugh has decided to help out a little bit with the spell. He has also went and had one of those ass clown satellite camps in Iceland. Is going to bring back the abominable snowman as a defensive lineman to track down Justin Fields of Ohio State and finally get over that Ohio State hump and maybe even make the playoff. Let's cast that spell for him. Ooh, Jim. Give me some of that give me some of that Icelandic ass clown satellite camp stuff too. Yeah, that took some pixie dust there, boy. Oh, yeah. Now, moving on. And the last team that we've decided, well, not the last team, well, not the last group of teams, but the last significant and the last singular team to ask for a JPC Merlin special was those Ohio State Buckeyes that we just mentioned. Ohio State has asked that they finally compete in a game in the playoffs and get within a touchdown. Ever since they won that first championship over those Oregon Ducks, they have not even come close to sniffing the third or fourth quarter in a competitive game. Most importantly, and to microcosm it down, the Clemson Tigers have really been their thorn in their side forever. For the last 50, 60 years, they still have never beat those Clemson Tigers. So, they want to be able to at least compete in a playoff game. That's the spell they want. And maybe even possibly win another national championship. But I don't have enough pixie dust for that. But we will cast the spell that they've asked for in hopes that they will finally compete and maybe even finally beat Clemson in their 130-year history. Not 130, maybe about 120 years. There it is. Hold up, we're going to need a lot of pixie dust for that. Come on, fairies. Put it on Ohio State. Put on Ohio State. Damn, that fairy's having to take a fairy shit full of dust to get this spell going. Yeah, there it is. And before I let you guys out of here, the last spell we have is for the entire world of college football. As they want, for the most part, everybody that has sent me request of a collaborative spell. College football. Even the Idaho Vandals and the Wyoming Cowboys and the Eastern Michigan team and Western Michigan Broncos and the Penn State Nittany Lions to the Maine Black Bears. Even those Central Florida Knights that won one of those crazy national championships, one of those Disney World national championships. I think even who else was it? Was it Augustana, South Dakota? All of them have asked for this spell. And that spell is that Nick Saban finally retires and goes away to that lake house in Georgia and eats a shit ton of Little Debbie snack cakes, and Alabama returns to being mediocre. So, let's put that spell out there for all of college football. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think that even pixie dust from freaking Jupiter or Neptune could do that for you guys and gals out there. But here it is. That's right. There you go. And before I let you guys go, remember, subscribe, like, and share, and comment. Hit that subscribe bell so you can get notified. One day, we'll have another magic show. And we can always say magically, as always, magically. KMCA to all your teams.